you see in older generations, they want to talk about where the kids are at and what's happening to the grandkids. And there's this the dialogue you talk about of love and those types of things really speak a lot to older generations that are used to having a much more nurtured, communication or relationship with their doctors. Is that something you see being able to come back together again, and we start moving into that, that type of an environment again between medicine and the home?
Absolutely. That never went away, right? The value in feeling trust in another human being who cares about you. Um, that that's not old fashioned. That's real, and we experience that every day in our lives. What's interesting about technology is that it has the power to sort of, make the gap worse or close the gap.
Mm,
Is what I'm finding. So in a society that tends to value um, youth and tends to value newness and instant gratification, right? We all live in this society today. What seems to have happened is a lot of the application of technology has left certain folks behind, right? Banking is a great example where, I think about my own mother. She's perfectly capable of doing her own banking,
right.
but she kind of misses having a passbook, right? And even on her phone, she's got a smartphone and she's able to navigate, but she runs into trouble, um, frankly, with sort of getting the one-time PIN through her
Right.
text
Right.
message and copying it into thing. And that, frankly, that's not easy for me either. These kinds of things, right? Um, and so what we found at Patina is we use technology in order to be more old-fashioned,
Yeah.
right? And it sounds a little bit ironic or surprising, but it really shouldn't be. We use a little bit of modern technology in order to be more old-fashioned. We believe that it's that relationship that heals. We believe that as a physician, I believe and I know that the more I know about you, the more I know about your context, the more I know about your strengths, whether those strengths are drawn from your past life in your career or whether they're drawn from the rich tapestry of family and friends and neighbors that you have around you, that's going to be where the solution lies. Sure, I need to understand your problem. So we have a thing in medicine called the problem list, that the big innovation maybe 20, 30 years ago was the first page of that manila chart that we all remember,
Yeah.
had a problem list, right? So you
Right.
wouldn't have to go through one sort of visit note at a time to realize what's going on with the patient. Great. But what happens when the solution doesn't come from our problems? It comes from our strengths. Um, and how can we use technology to better understand each other's strengths and tap into them, um, so that we can just be old fashioned, right? And just provide good care, listening. Obviously, we in Patina will write prescriptions. We will order tests. We'll help patients make medical decisions. These things don't go away, but we use a little bit of technology so that you and I can be in each other's homes